What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Stoic Context. Today, we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm going to save my commentary for the end of the video, so stay tuned for that.
Hi,
Your first name?
my first name is Ryan.
All right. What do you got for me? Domestic or stray?
Am I domestic or stray?
Yeah.
I'm definitely not a stray. But
All right.
to answer your question,
Are you married?
no, I'm not.
Any children?
No children.
How old are you?
I'll be 34 this year.
Okay, go ahead.
As far as can a stray be domesticated, I'm going to say yes, because any woman that wants to be anything for any man can change her ways. It doesn't matter about her past. I feel like if she's driven enough to be the traditional woman or the woman that the man expects her to be, that she definitely can.
Hmm. Well, I'm going to challenge that.
I know. I'm a very inquisitive person, so
Well, but if what you say is true, then why are so many women unmarried, unhappy, and alone?
I think it's because people don't understand their mate's love language. Like, I think
You
that
got no,
things,
hold on. Before you get a mate, you got to get a date.
right,
You got to get a date before you can get a mate.
absolutely.
So you're saying that women can change anything they want to. Then why aren't they doing it?
I just don't think that they're seeing enough candidates who, I mean, women want, faithful men, the majority of them. Some of them will accept,
Hold on.
that men
See,
are
notice,
dogs.
notice, notice how when I asked a question about why the women aren't getting what they get, you automatically go to blaming random men. The women want faithful men. You got to get a man before you can worry about faithfulness. And 70, and even in our stats, 72% of black men are admit to be being faithful, just like 76% of black women. Can we stick to the majority of people, please?
Okay. I think it's because they're not willing to do the work because they may feel like, oh, well, I'm lowering my standards or I'm being something that I don't want to be. And maybe that's why.
Then that contradicts what you just said. You said if a woman wants to, she can change herself for anybody, but then
Yeah,
what they're not doing.
that's the
So,
main word that I'm using. They have to have, have the willpower to want to do that.
oh, okay. And then it's funny that when they don't want to do it, it's because something they're lowering their standards. They're the one that's single.
I'm just speaking from a general standpoint in
I
terms
get,
of,
I get it, but the standpoint still, your standpoint empowers women and gives them no fault or accountability for their outcomes.
I disagree.
Really? I asked you why aren't they getting what they want? Well, they could feel like they're lowering their standards. That's a positive or a negative for a woman.
To lower your standards.
Hmm. The implication is they're high. The implication is they have more worth.
No, I'm not implying that by any means.
Well,
I'm just,
lowering your standard means that it's an unbalanced deal.
yes.
Okay, use whatever word you want. It's not an equal exchange. Who does
Okay.
more complaining about relationships today, men or women?
I would have to say women. I
Please
mean, that's
explain.
just in my daily life what I hear, the
But that's my
majority.
point, though. That's my point. And if women could do all these things, and they have such, and they don't want to lower their value, then why can't a woman get a man that's? Why can't women get the outcomes you say they're capable of getting?
Because I think they're reaching for guys that are kind of out of their league because they don't want to take their appearance seriously. They don't care if they're overweight or underweight. I mean, the mentality is everybody wants just accept me for who I am, which is not good, but that's the reality. And it is
So,
sad.
but according to what you said at the beginning, women can do whatever they set their mind to.
Absolutely, if they want to. If they want to be a traditional woman
Right.
for whomever the man that they're seeking
Do
out,
you really
they're
believe
going to
that? You
adjust.
really believe? You really believe that?
That people can
Well,
change.
so
Yes, I
you
do.
mean no, that women can do whatever they want if they set their mind to it. Let me challenge that. So if a man wanted to be, so you believe that men are equally as capable of getting whatever they set their mind to, 100%.
I think everyone, either sex, is capable of reaching whatever it is that they set out to do. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, no.
And you disagree with that? Okay, well, tell me why.
Well, because I mean, how old are you again?
I'll be 34.
Because I live in reality. Life has limitations. Life is about trade-offs and choices. And in your world, your construction, that people are only limited by the extent of what they're willing to do and whatever. If I wanted to run a 4.240, there is no way I can do it no matter how I set my mind. I am limited.
How do you feel? How do you feel that you're limited if there's always,
Because I cannot physically run a 4.240 at 52 years old.
no matter how hard you trained?
No.
Okay.
And tell me how in your world it's possible.
Like I said, if people put the work in, whether if that's counseling or self-educating,
So
or
people can break, so people, and this is what I mean, and this is part of the problem. You ladies keep this delusion that anything is possible as long as you're willing to wish upon a star and do the work. And I just gave you a 4.240 is world class sprint time. And you're really asking me, well, you mean you can't? Are you serious?
well, yes, I'm serious and sorry that you think that I shouldn't be, but that's why I'm
I'm
calling you out
understanding
today,
but I'm trying to understand why you think that's possible.
because I'm just a believer in people, I guess,
And
which is
people have
probably naive.
limitations. So because you believe in people, they can defy physics, they can defy age. A 4.240. So if I wanted to run a 9-second 100-yard dash, I could do that.
I think that you could, but okay, let me ask. Can I
Holy
ask a question?
shit.
Can I ask a question?
Do y'all believe shame, insults, guilt, and this is the big end right there, people. The need to be right. This woman just said that I asked, could I run a 9-second 100-yard dash? And she says, I believe you could. You can ask the question. You certainly can. Clip it, put it on World Star.
I'm sorry.
I'll make you famous.
Go ahead, ask a question.
So if a man has been a dog in his relationship or his marriage, and he has some sort of revelation or what have you, wants to gain his wife or woman's trust, you mean to tell me he can't change from being a dog that he once was from his past?
Number one, we're talking about women. Number two, yes, you can choose to not continue to have sex with other people because that's a choice. But that and running a 9-second 100-yard dash aren't even close to being in the same universe. One is simply a choice to exercise sexual discipline. The other is breaking the laws of physics.
Okay. Your point is clear.
Okie dokie. Why did I let that go on? Because it is a perfect example of what is wrong in so many Western cultures today. We have given women so much incentive to believe fantasy and fairy tale that if you want it, you can do it. There are no limitations to where even in the face of in the face of physical reality, verifiable physical reality, it's still possible. How do my critics and my detractors, how do you expect men to adequately partner, couple with, and family plan with So guys, just wish upon a star. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Big Shirley. Big Shirley, guess what? I see you, Aisha, your microphone's not connected. Big Shirley. All you have to do is wish upon a star. Makes no difference who you are. You can get into that bikini. Yes, that two-piece. Not a Popeyes two-piece, but that two-piece. You can get there. Yes. You can even get that navel ring. Ah ha ha. Big Shirley, there's hope for you. You can actually get to that dress size 2 or 4 with a six-pack. Not a six-pack of Coca-Cola. You can get there. You can do it, Shirley. You can do it. When you wish upon a star.
Okay, so we just saw this conversation go down, and it's actually pretty crazy when you think about it. This woman calls in basically saying, you can do literally anything if you work hard enough. Kevin's like, hold up. Can you outrun aging? Can you change how your body works? Can you break the laws of physics? And she goes, yes, I can do all that. And that's where it gets wild. So here's the thing. We grow up hearing this stuff all the time, right? Follow your dreams. Anything is possible. You can be whatever you want. But then you get older and reality hits different. You realize some things just aren't going to happen, no matter how hard you try. Kevin's getting mad because so many people live in this fantasy world now. They'd rather believe in impossible stuff than deal with what's actually real. And this is messing people up. We act like admitting you can't do something makes you weak, but that's wrong thinking. Think about it like this. If you know you're never going to be tall enough for the NBA, you don't spend 10 years trying out. You find something else you're actually good at. You put your time into stuff that makes sense. That's not giving up. That's being smart about your life. The people who get this early are the ones who actually succeed. They don't waste years chasing impossible dreams. They focus on things they can actually achieve. And when you accept what you can't do, something cool happens. You stop wasting time on fake goals. You get really good at the stuff you can control. You make better choices. You don't burn out trying to be someone you're not, and you end up happier because you're not constantly disappointed. Kevin's not saying don't work hard. He's saying work hard on things that actually make sense. Put your effort where it can actually pay off. But this caller couldn't handle hearing that. She wanted to keep believing she could do absolutely anything, even when that's just not how life works.